See, the biggest part of the problem with human beings is that because we've been taught that there's only black and white, because we're forced to live life with a palette that has nothing to it, here, try to create a glorious life with a palette that has nothing on it except black and white. By the way, this is my representation of a palette, okay? Imagine my hand is a palette. And so, yeah, we are intuitively and innately creative beings, and we have these emotions. We have emotions that want to create, emotions that want to express, emotions that want to dance on the stage of life and have experiences and feel and use our feelings to make things, to move forward. But we're not able to do that. We're not really doing that. We're not really being who we are because we have this palette of just black and white, and it's not enough. It's not enough to bring forth what wants to come out. It's not enough for us to really express ourselves, to be the artist that we are. Because of the small world we live in, we, as individual human beings, we don't really know what it means to stand up and to demand more colors, to demand a bigger palette, and to demand the canvas to paint what we want to paint, to demand a different way of doing life. I know I'm going on a rabbit trail. Get to the point, Sarah. What I'm trying to say is that we don't know what it's like to really be creators of our own reality. We don't really know what it's like to really be who we are. And 99% of the population has no idea who they are. They have no idea who they are. And so when we decide to open the door to that world and discover self from a higher point of view, when we decide to be the artist and to start creating, it's like a whole new world, right? And the challenge with it is that it's a world you don't know anything about. It's unknown, it's scary, especially to who you've become, because who you've become is so small. It's so small. Your black and white world, right? Your gray world. That's as far as it goes with black and white, bro. It's very gray. And it's not that gray is bad or wrong or whatever. It's nothing really. The point is that there is more to you than that. There's more to life than the gray or the black and the white. There's more to life than we've been living or what we've been taught. And so when you've been living in a box and suddenly you realize that you were in a box and there's this whole new world, and you start to get glimpses of who you could be. Oh, then who you could becomes who you really are. And when you start to see and feel the connection between who you really are, it almost gets scarier. The resistance gets bigger. The doubt, the gray reality that you've been living in, it starts to suck you back into it. It says, don't go down that path, my friend. You don't have the tools. You don't know how to be that. We only have gray. We only have gray. And in order to be who you really are, you have to have the full rainbow. And so in your gray world, in your gray personality traits, you can't foresee. You don't understand how you would ever get the full rainbow. And the full rainbow is very bright. It's a lot of energy. It's energy you've never experienced because you've been suppressed this information. You've been taught that you are nothing. You've been groomed and abused to be a slave and to give your power away to the television. The television is telling your vision, imprinting in you stories about the outside world that are just like made up and designed to take your power away, to take your time and energy, give you something to do while you're here. Watch television. Learn this information. And this is what so many people are used to doing. And so they don't know this other world. They don't realize that they could be telling their own vision if they just gave themselves permission to open the door and to face yourself.